got that. That's from a cat.
I think I have those backwards, so I gotta fix that. Welcome to Murderhobos Anonymous, the show where we always have audio problems and the rules don't matter. Wait, that's whose line is it?
These are all little tiny scars.
Yep, I have this backwards. Apologize to everyone on the stream. I'm gonna go make popping noises now.
No. There's that scar.
Okay. Now I can turn that down.
Ooh, that one's one.
And that up, and yes, there we go. I was turning down the knob and it wasn't going down. Well, now that we've had audio problems, this is probably going to be the highest attended stream this year, if our analytics are to be
2 people
believed. 2 people! There we go. Optimism. Technically 1 viewer according to my stream deck. It's probably me.
So 2 people will be the most viewed stream. Right?
There you go. We're moving up in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So, welcome to Murderhobos Anonymous. Exciting intro to our D&D game here in Gaithersburg, Maryland at the Playmore Games Store. Before we get started, just want to go through some credits. The audio credits, the background effects that I'm going to start right now with my brand new stream deck is from tabletopaudio.com. Any battle effects that I may or may not remember to do, like this magic missile, are from battlebards.com, and the music is from pretzel.rocks. Unfortunately, I can't control my stream deck right now. It's so sad. And, yeah, there we go. Here's the music. It's really loud. There we go. Lots of new equipment this week. I usually try to do only 1 piece of equipment a week. Did them all at the same time. So, what happened last week? Doug, do you mind doing a recap for us real quick?
Maurice ate a bug, this lost in his trickster gods.
No, only Maurice ate a bug.
Let's see, attacked a pig head.
Only Maurice ate a bug. That's all that happened.
Nope, I wasn't there to make that agreement, so I don't have to. I don't have to oblige by it.
And I do it again.
Oh yeah, and Sullivan disappeared for some reason.
His god required his aid.
His planet needed him.
So how'd that
Planet
go?
needed him. That's exactly right.
As well as your
Planet of halfling wizards. You're not a wizard, Harry?
Not a wizard.
Oh.
He's a wizard.
I'm a sorcerer.
Nope.
I'm a sorclock.
Same thing.
Close enough.
I'm a warcerer.
So you guys were deep in the tomb of the 9 gods. Let's work this time, please. Nope, not gonna work this time.
It looks like they're on the map of the Sword Coast.
Really, guys? Come on.
It's a good place.
You can do it.
Okay, let me try deleting the mask, because that'll go over well. And then re-enabling it. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try deleting the mask with you being able to see. Yeah, that's great. We'll just go with that. Spoilers! You're gonna have to use your theater of the mind here, and not look at places you're not supposed to look at.
Saw a compass.
Oh yeah, there's a compass.
Oh God.
Go to the compass.
Now we know where north is.
Yeah, it turns out if you climb through the boar's head, it's east. Even though you're traveling west, which is confusing.
What?
It's a dastardly. Well, if you climb through the boar's head, you get to east.
Ah.
Yeah.
Even though you're traveling west.
Okay.
And then if you go north from there, you'll hit north.
Compass is probably trapped. We shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
It's probably where one of the devil's heads ends up.
we should just go back to the main room
Yep.
because it was safe there.
Maybe Sullivan should check out that fun skull that we all loved, right? Remember that?
Not even here.
You should.
Not here yet.
You should check out that skull. Nothing happened when we touched it.
Oh, he's right there.
We didn't touch it.
You open the door and Sullivan's there, and he's like, why are you waiting for me? What's going on? I don't understand.
We weren't waiting for you. We were doing stuff.
Sully.
Failing horribly.
We got some stuff done. There were some battles last week,
Oh yeah,
and they were dangerous.
they were.
What?
I put it in my hand.
Put what in your hand?
Told something was going to get placed in my hand.
I rifled through Cathos' backpack.
Yeah, Kathos isn't gonna give things up.
And then when I see the
Problem power.
petrified grung egg, I tell Sullivan to grab it.
My mage handed up. I grabbed it.
What are you looking for?
There we go. Oh, oops.
That is the pearl of power.
Sullivan disappears for a second because I put him on the wrong layer.
Hi, Sullivan.
The petrified grung egg clatters to the ground.
Kathos is like, oh no, the egg.
You don't care about this egg.
All right, so there was the room to the south here that had that golden skull sitting on the.
Well, apparently we have
On a
other things to
pedestal.
do first.
So and no one touched the skull for some reason.
I just got a petrified grungade placed in my hand for some reason.
Oh, crap. Okay. Do you remember where that was?
Yeah, it was
In the tomb with the red wine.
Okay, so that was up a level, I think.
Yeah.
It's the room with the salt circle and the
Salt circle, the slag, and the red wine.
That's not it. It's not what I clicked on. No, again, not what I
It's
clicked
the
on.
one that's kind of like off alone.
Oh yeah, we fought
So I guess you need to make a charisma saving throw, unless you're not going to resist it.
Well, the thing is, I already have a god inside of me, so.
Oh, then hold on.
Yep.
Who do you have inside of you right now?
Moa.
Moa. So Moa is even and Nang Nang is odd. Roll any die.
1, so odd.
What did I say was which?
Ning Ning was
Moa
odd.
was even.
Yeah, it's
Nang
odd.
was
Okay.
odd.
Okay. So Moa just gets forced out and Nang Nang goes right in and there's no saving throw.
That's fine.
Even though I think that I did one last time.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's okay.
I don't know.
I allow it anyways.
Yeah. Alright.
I was like, I didn't want no Ning Ning anyway.
So Nang Nang.
Strong independent tiefling. Don't
Which
need no
means
Nang
I
Nang.
lose attunement of the
Exactly.
stink.
Yeah.
And
You're
I
no longer attuned and can't attune to it. Nang Nang the Grung is selfish and cruel.
Yeah.
While inhabited with Nang Nang, you gain the following flaw, which overrides any opposing flaw. I won't share with others.
I'm gonna like drop kick you when we try to get that wand.
While inhabited by Nang Nang, you can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings,
So exactly.
while
like
leaving your hands
Sullivan.
free. You also
both of
gain
his
a
things.
gain a
Well,
climbing
not the
speed
button.
equal to your walking speed.
Nice. I got my cloak of arachne from Remy.
There you go.
Yeah, that.
And nothing changes.
Yeah, nothing changes.
You just get to be yourself.
Now you don't have to be so honest.
But Kathos is like,
I was never honest to begin with.
you should try to grab that skull down there. You want it, don't you?
Not really.
It's all for you.
It's made of gold.
That's cool.
Yeah, golden skull rests
We
on
don't
a
technically
pedestal.
own it, so I don't have to.
I think we do. We're here, so we own it.
I mean,
None of us want it, so
Yeah.
he doesn't want to. He doesn't care.
Atheros.
we want it. We just don't want to grab
Then
it.
go get it. Then I might not share it.
I just know something bad will happen.
So we go back towards the stairway.
Yep.
Okay.
Carefully.
Oh,
No
okay.
burning anything.
And it is.
I know.
It is
Anything on
correct
fire
that it's
again.
It's a pearl of power.
Can I still hit stuff? I still don't hit stuff.
Nang Nang?
I don't need
The
your permission.
grung egg thing.
What is the grung egg?
I'll still hit stuff though.
That's fine. Just don't hurt the mold.
But we just agreed that I can hit stuff.
Not the mold.
Not with fire.
Yeah, but I can hit it. I can still hit it.
No, because it might hit someone else in return.
Well, if it's not hitting me.
What if it hits you?
could
How will
hit
you
you.
feel then?
Well, then I'll kill it.
I don't think you
How
can
can you
kill it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
an
hitting
egg-shaped
it
pearl.
more.
Okay.
You're not you don't understand the logic here.
You're correct.
You know how Perlo powers work?
Yep.
Alright. So you head back to the big stairwell thing.
Yes.
I believe you hadn't gone anywhere other than that direction.
Well, let's go north.
Or I can send my familiar because I'll have that now.
Oh yeah.
Hooray.
We'll send your bird north.
Also Kefos.
I'll just go north.
We also didn't explore that one room upstairs. It was upstairs, right? We're going down, yeah. That had the green thing falling.
Yeah, that's a trap. We're not
Okay.
going there.
You were supposed to go in it.
What happened?
You're the one that can't be hurt by fall damage.
That's a good point.
There was a
the
devil
bas
face
relief on the
pet
floor.
thing.
Though I think you should go
That hole in
because
the
you
mouth.
want to explore that. You want to be daring.
I don't want to go upstairs. I want to keep on pressing forward.
Then can we get the third warning again?
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry, I'm needy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know.
Third warning is probably useful.
Yeah.
Have we found the
I don't
skull
know what
keys
makes
for
you
the
think
other
that.
levels? We found the skull keys
yes.
for both levels, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I believe Sullivan has both of them.
The party has
He's not
both
likely
of
to give
them.
them up now.
Which side would you like this on?
All of them.
Every side. It's just the whole screen.
I mean, I can make it bigger, but that would be useless. Not less useful.
What did it say again? I don't
Walk through water with weapon in hand. Slake your shadow at the font. The vulture is the first step. Write the gods. The walls of history tell all.
Yeah, we did the last one.
Right the gods. Yeah.
First step, right to kids. The walls of history tell all.
I'm sad we didn't get to turn into frogs though.
We did the wall of history tell all part, so.
I mean, if you want, you can go back and do it wrong, turn into a frog.
And then the people will turn up and they will take away all of my hit points
Yep.
that I already don't have.
Yep. It's part of the deal. If you want to be a frog, you have to deal with it.
You can't be any animal. You're not allowed.
But you do have to put on sunglasses when you say deal with it,
Yep.
or it doesn't work.
I thought you
Whatever
were
it
part
was that
druid.
you were
You could be
doing.
animals.
I can be animals. Some animals.
So, when you make your way over to that hallway,
Carefully.
without disturbing the purple mold that has eyes that watch you,
Really want to cut
and
off the
apparently
eyes.
when you damage the mold, an eye
attacks
stalk
more.
comes out and I get to roll on a certain table.
And attacks Maurice.
That's totally not
Don't be
a
older,
spoiler to anything that might happen later, perhaps.
I did get hit with a negative energy ray at all.
Nope.
That's totally not what happened. A huge carving of a snarling jackal's head protrudes from the wall at the end of this corridor. A chamber is visible through the gaps between its fangs.
We've come across this trap before. Send your bird inside.
No, I just looked through.
Okay. Maurice, stick your head in.
When
Stick
you
your-
look
nicely.
through,
Maurice rushes in.
oh, that's probably a secret door. Oh,
That's a
whatever.
reference. That only probably you will get.
Right?
That's level 2. That's not helpful.
Did you get the graphic novel yet?
No, is it out?
Yeah.
I need to get it.
Or
The Adventure Zone.
okay.
running
4
back
torches
to my friend.
illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot-high room. The torches cast flickering light across the hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor. At the center of the room, a gold inlaid funeral barge stands atop a 3-foot-tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. A dark shaft opens in the ceiling directly above the barge.
Okay.
Never happened once.
This is just a window, right?
Can he fit through?
Did you look through it?
Yeah.
And
So
Met him yet?
Is there water? Oh, this is in a canoe.
It's in a golden funeral barge.
Oh,
Suddenly, a slab of wall suddenly grinds upward to the east. This one right here. And a dwarf wearing a turban and chainmail creeps into the tomb. He brandishes a shield in front of him as he treads cautiously across the floor.
What's going on?
A loud click sounds out as the dwarf steps on one of the floor tiles. Then a deafening buzzing rises as locusts pour out from the mouths of the Sphinx statues, quickly engulfing him. He tries to fight them off to no avail. When the cloud of insects vanishes, nothing of the dwarf remains except its bones and gear.
This is like, well, that's horrifying.
And now, actually, the room looks kind of like it does on the map. Missed that.
So what happened?
A dwarf walked into the room and like was swarmed by insects, and they ate him alive.
And as you turn away to tell them that, and you look back, the body is gone from the room, and a few moments later, the stone wall lifts up, and you see a dwarf entering, and the same sequence of events happens again.
Okay.
That's weird.
Wait, it happened again. So,
Another dwarf?
yeah, I mean, it looked like the same dwarf. It was a dwarf wearing a turban. It kind of stands out. So, let me try. Let me test it one more time. If I turn away and look again, does it restart?
It resets.
Oh, it's a time loop?
It's like
an illusion?
or it could be more like a time echo, maybe. Like this happened already, and it's just happening over and over and over again when we look through this image.
If we go around, we can find him before he goes
So
in.
we need to find a doorway where the stone slab will rise. That's how we get into there. And then we have to watch our step, apparently.
Well, can you crawl through?
I feel like
So, okay, never mind. That's not yet. Nothing.
You should crawl through.
I thought it was just a window.
What good is it gonna do for me?
I don't know.
It doesn't look like there's like glass or crystal blocking the way.
Want to throw something in?
You should send your familiar in.
Yeah, let's throw a bat.
I mean, it might just land in the wrong place and die, or go the wrong direction. Up to you, Sally. I mean, clearly the way that he entered is more like a doorway, and he stepped on the wrong tile and died.
Yeah, but we don't know like
So-
what the pattern is.
So I'm inclined to say going through the window is actually going to get us killed.
That's why we like throw a rock or send something. We don't care if it dies.
Good news, everyone. My YouTube view count has now been updated.
Is it 1?
0.
Well, we can come back to this too. I mean, we have a whole other floor, and it clearly loops around to another entrance at some point.
Yep.
So,
Sounds like a plan.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
I mean, I thought about Misty stepping in there to the barge, but like,
Okay, so my bat flies through the mouth.
Okay. Are you viewing its vision as it goes through? Okay.
There's a lot of mouth openings. This guy has a thing.
he likes
So,
screaming devil
from the
faces.
perspective of the bat, Doug, you enter the tomb, and the scene shifts just as you pass through the mouth. 4 torches illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot-high room. Torches cast flickering light across hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor. At the center of the room, a gold-inlaid funeral barge stands atop a 3-foot-high stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with the horned rabbits.
Sounds sweet.
A dark shaft opens in the ceiling directly above the barge, while to the south, the corridor is visible through a set of fangs carved into the wall. The skeleton of a dwarf sprawls on the floor east of the barge, clad in tattered yellow turban and dusty chainmail and clutching a bronze shield. From the perspective of everyone else, the bat disappears.
Got it.
Goes through the mouth, and you don't see it anymore.
Did it get eaten?
Did anything weird happen to the head? Like that it flew through? Like the first floor, it had eyes that went out. Nothing weird happens. To imply that we'll get
I mean, the
murdered.
bed disappeared. That was kind of weird.
I mean, at this point, I'm used to it.
You know, like we dealt with the puzzle with the eyes going out and then the chomping.
Yeah.
That's more what I was expecting, and Kathos could probably be like, I guess it just flew out of sight.
So, using my bat's vision, can I attempt a Misty Step, but not on the floor? I want to actually,
Land on the barge.
yeah, like the roof of the wall, since I have the Nang Nang Grung ability.
Just checking something. So you try to do that, and the spell immediately fails. And your spell slot is wasted. It's a spell slot. If it was a feature, then it's just expended.
Got it.
Is it because I feel like I can't Misty Step to where the bat is, or that this is blocking magic?
It's blocking magic, feels like.
And are you sure it can't be bypassed by teleportation?
You're not sure if you can teleport inside of the tomb. Period.
I've done it before.
Yeah, I wasn't doing it correctly.
You've Misty Step before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reread that section.
Misty Step isn't really a teleport, per se.
It is technically a teleport.
That's what it does, effectively. But
Maurice, you should go in there.
I'm going around the other way.
The other way is obviously dangerous.
Correct.
I mean, this way is also
we are in a
dangerous.
death trap dungeon. Every way is dangerous. So I'm going to go the other way right now.
See if we can find a clue
I'm
at
just going
the...
to keep going around. Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
How could you?
Oh, you knocked the camera over.
Could you?
I got it.
Maybe see if we can find a clue about how to, like, what tiles are safe or not.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Like, there's hieroglyphs in the floor. And this also says the vulture is the first step. So there may be a vulture right there at the entrance. Which means we need to figure out what the rest of the pattern is.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your bat looking around sees this from the perspective of above. And the grid does not match, which is annoying. I'm gonna see if I can fix that.
Oh, yeah, look, there's a vulture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and he died on the second step,
Oh,
so
which
he
is-
was really dumb.
Which is clearly not correct.
Nope, so that's not right.
Yeah, he died on the foot.
Is it maybe jumping from vulture to vulture?
I don't
Maybe.
think
I don't know.
so.
I don't know how close are the other vultures.
One is one step away, the other one is...
I wouldn't be surprised if they were in some sort of connected directions. It's like a sequence,
Yeah.
so you don't have to jump.
Yeah, that makes sense. But jumping.
But I want to jump.
Yeah! Leapfrog.
Okay, we can go around.
Yeah, see, that was not difficult. Lazy Fantasy Grounds author or transcriber. I don't know why that grid was messed up.
I'm surprised they didn't just like have that be like the natural feature of the.
It's a separate handout in the book,
Okay. So,
So-
people can look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
and it would have, given the resolution of this image, it would not have come out very well because Fantasy Grounds has stringent resolution requirements for their modules that mean that they're really low res.
If there's any way to get that boat out of there. solid gold. Or, I mean, maybe
so
it might be
just-
covered in gold leaf. I don't know.
While we're still here,
Oh man, it's actually really cheap.
It's gilded, whatever. It
I'm
is.
not sure how
It's
it
like
works
flakes
since
off,
I
it's gold
missed a
paint.
week if Detect Magic would still be up or not.
Sure.
Okay, so do I? Is the Jackal Mask radiant anything?
The Jackal Mask radiates an aura of divination magic.
He's watching.
It's letting us see the past when this guy died.
I'm just trying to figure out why teleportation didn't work.
Could be through the tomb itself.
Well, let's keep going because we're not going through the mouth.
Yep.
So
It's a tight fit, but you could squeeze through. You
All
think
things in its own time.
I think we just decided to go around.
Bat goes back through.
And your bat appeared.
Yay!
It is. It's not on the map, but it's here. It's here in spirit. It's a spirit
Bat.
bat.
You're bad.
Spirit bat. Spirit bat. Does whatever a spirit bat does. What it does, I don't know. It's just a spirit bat. Stop asking questions. Look out. Here comes the spirit bat. I don't know why Peepo is first.
People can be first.
I'm first.
well, there's a bat
I'm
that's
the
first.
leader.
Are you?
Yes. But I suppose I can have you go first. Just because I said so.
So what are these purple things? Have y'all-
That's the mold.
Yeah, it's this weird fungal mold thing that's sort of all over this level of the dungeon, and it has little eyes, and they all watch you and follow you around.
And the first time that we saw it, people burned it, and an eye stalk shot came out and shot necrotic energy at me.
And now they won't let me burn it anymore.
Correct.
What insolence!
So,
What was the other way? In the
there wasn't another way.
this way?
Yeah, I don't know what those are.
What?
What?
Is it hidden?
They're not. Yeah, they're not mentioned anywhere in there. So, I assume that they're hidden and might come up later.
Okay.
Oh, we never actually got the dice out.
We haven't used them yet. Also, I really like the way that the unicorn feels. It's kind of goofy.
He is. I love him.
It's weird. They're not actually listed as secret doors.
They're clearly smaller passageways.
Yeah.
There's one there too.
Whoa.
Here.
Why is the ground blue?
Well, funny you should ask that. Still puddles of water cover the floor of this 15-foot wide hallway. The walls are slick with moisture and set with murals showing animal-headed humanoids in armor, most of which appear to brandish real weapons hanging on the walls. A 3-foot-high crawlway in the east wall is flush with the floor. Haha.
They're crawlways.
They're crawlways, yep. At the far end of the hall, a rippling, transparent curtain of water fills a stone archway. Beyond the curtain, you can see another hallway that looks similar to the one in which you stand. Yeah.
So we have to walk through the water with our weapon in hand.
Yeah.
What else was in there?
What are the weapons? What can I take?
Their tarnished weapons hanging on the walls are in poor condition and held in place with hooks that make it appear as though the painted warriors are holding them. 12 painted figures line each hall, 6 on the west wall and 6 on the east wall, directly across from each other. Figures on facing walls are perfect reflections of each other.
Are they holding weapons?
They are holding weapons. In the south hall, from south to north, the warriors and weapons in this hall are as follows: stork-headed males with hand axes.
Southmost.
The figure on the east wall has a crawlway between its legs.
Got it.
Lizard-headed females with maces. Panther-headed males with blowguns.
Okay.
Unarmed hawk-headed females.
Okay.
Goat-headed males with sickles.
Uh-huh.
Frog-headed females with tridents.
Okay. Can we see through the water curtain enough to see what's on the other side in terms of the
Yeah.
the same the weapons and the
Yeah, you'll have to enter the hallway a little bit, but yeah. From south to north, the north hall is frog-headed females with tridents, goat-headed males with sickles, unarmed hawk-headed females, panther-headed males with blowguns,
same in reverse.
lizard-headed females with maces, and stork-headed males with hand axes. And the figure on the east wall has a crawlway under its legs.
And all the ones in the other hallway also have their weapons. Nobody's like missing any.
No, they are not.
Okay.
Well, clearly it's not our weapon,
And you don't.
but one
Yeah.
of these weapons.
You don't see these.
But it
currently,
feels a
just
little too
FYI.
easy for us to just be like pick a random weapon.
If I go up to one, are the weapons like removable or are they?
They're on hooks.
They're on
Yeah, they're on
hooks?
hooks. They're actually real.
Okay.
They're not part of the engraving.
Yeah.
And it is radiating an aura of conjuration magic.
You said we don't see whatever these alcoves are?
No, you don't see alcoves. You see murals.
You can ignore the alcoves. It's not a thing. Don't worry. Does somebody want to crawl through the guy's legs?
I mean, yeah, but I was trying to figure out this part.
Maybe we should start there with the crawlway, though.
Yeah, it could connect to the other crawlway.
It could. We don't even have to get a weapon.
We could probably take it.
So it's clearly one of these weapons we need to take to go through.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure which one and how we would know which it is.
Maybe the crawlway has a clue. Yeah, I was waiting for one to be a vulture, but none were.
No. The closest on both sides are frogs with tridents.
So is only the hawk-headed female unarmed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the hawk-headed, the unarmed one, the one across from where this? No, we can't see
The
the.
thing that
see
you don't
that.
see. Yes.
Yeah.
I go poke it.
Of course you do. Okay.
The Hawk.
I mean, I think it is conspicuous that they're not armed
Is there?
when
is
everything
there-
else is.
Is there
Okay.
any
Well,
evidence?
let's pretend we're not metagaming, and you poke the one on the west wall, and it's solid. And then you walk over to the one on the east wall, and your hand goes right through.
There was no illusion magic thingy?
Yeah, I guess there probably was.
That's why
The
you
wall
look.
is covered in illusion. And you find in each alcove, or at least in this alcove, contains a plinth bearing a crystal eyeball 1 inch in diameter. A pale purple eyeball, to be exact.
This raises more
Detect
questions.
magic? Or
They are non-magical.
I pick them up.
Okay.
Take them. Don't share them.
So make sure you have a purple eyeball in your inventory.
Crystal eyeball.
You never know when you might need a purple crystal eyeball.
I find I need that all the time. I just don't have it. What are you supposed to do? You can substitute with a real eye, but it's just not as good.
Since you're closer to the curtain of water, it appears to be 1 foot thick, 7 feet high, 10 feet wide. Curtain between the two hallways, radiating an aura of conjuration.
I mean, it is just water. We could potentially walk through, but you know it's going to be a trap.
Since I have Nang Nang, I'm going over to the closest grung frog thing, and I'm taking a trident to just play with my god.
Okay, you pick up the trident.
Since I feel Jody, I'm gonna take a sickle.
Okay.
I feel like a goat.
Take the axe that the crane has, because they're kind of like cranes.
I'm going to start crawling through the crawlway.
Okay, splitting the party. Nice.
We're all playing with weapons,
Yeah.
and you're crawling down a little hole.
Yeah.
We do have water breathing every morning. I'm guessing Sullivan's gotta get it on his own because he wasn't there this morning.
I could do it myself. That's fine. I did it before I came here.
Okay. I'm just saying you wouldn't have been in it when I cast it.
That's fine.
Every morning, we always can breathe water.
Yes. You never know.
I mostly want to see if this connects to the other crawlway.
Okay, so we'll go with you for a second. It bends to the south.
I'll keep going.
Okay. And you find yourself in a tiny room lodged between two crawlways. It is empty, and there is another crawlway to the south.
You're about to die.
It seems oddly peaceful here.
Y'all need a rest?
And you can tell there's not been anyone here in a very long time.
Some forgotten part of the dungeon.
The rest of the dungeon isn't dusty per se. It seems, yeah.
So I don't know how good condition.
Seems like maybe there's a lot of traffic. You don't know whether that's adventurers or other things.
Whatever's maintaining the place.
But this place is like been dejected completely.
I'm going from.
You're gonna go back?
What?
Going back?
No.
You're gonna stay there?
I think if everything was happening concurrently, where you guys were taking weapons and I started crawling, I mean, you guys probably would have done something by now.
Well, I assume you telepathically bond tell us about the room, and I would assume that.
We could send your bat with him.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going into the other crawlway.
But I suggest that if any of you are hurt, we probably should. If you want to rest, it'll be in that room.
We can always backtrack there to rest.
Okay.
Nope, once you enter, you may never go back.
I mean, the crawlway could still loop around again.
None of us have a telepathic bond.
So you loop around to this crawlway. Wow, that's weird things happening with the grid. And you find yourself staring up the butt of a 15-foot tall statue of a hulking fiend with furled wings and clenched fists. There's a torch light lighting this room, but you'll have to walk around the fiend to see more.
Sure. I'll keep just a little bit of distance, just in case it's not like a statue, or see if it's actually a thing, like, you know.
Okay.
Kathos just feels doom.
So you find two balconies face each other over a vast pit. Between the balconies hover 5 wooden platforms, each one a disc 10 feet across. A single torch burns above each balcony. On the east balcony stands a rough-hewn 15-foot tall statue of a hulking fiend with furled wings and clenched fists. Set into the wall on the west balcony is a rusty lever in the up position. And that is that right there. So you see this large room.
The lever is on this side? Is that what you said?
The lever's on the side that you're on.
The lever's where the star is?
That's the statue. One of the problems with this test version is the weird. Yeah, this is the lever here.
You should pull it, but that's not Kathos, that's Jordan.
Well, I mean, Kathos doesn't know what's happening, so.
Exactly. Kathos
that's what's
knows
happening.
that he wants Maurice to come back.
Okay.
Let's head back to the other adventures. With the wall of water, and you're each holding weapons. I believe you had a trident, you had a sickle, and you had
Axe?
an axe.
That's the one that the crane had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stork-headed males with hand axes.
Alright.
Who's walking through first?
Oh, glorious leader, please.
I put my trident back and start to follow Maurice.
Yeah, where did he go?
Okay. So.
Fly.
Why not?
Can I keep the axe and then follow Maurice?
Sure.
Yeah, I get an axe. A terrible axe.
They're tarnished. They don't look like they're
It's fine.
useful for combat.
Bob is the useful axe. This one's
Okay,
just for
so you're all
show.
gonna follow Maurice down the crawlway
Yes.
into the peaceful, dusty room,
Oh, nap
and then to the balcony beyond.
Kathos is not in the front.
I walk on the wall all the way to the west side.
How far are the
makes
platforms
sense.
away from each other? don't know how.
They're that far away.
Let me get over
And-
here before we experiment with
I mean, it's
anything
like
over
either
here.
like 10, 20 feet.
Because he said the lever's on the
probably
west
help
side,
that,
so
right?
I'll go over to the
You're
lever.
on the west side,
You have to make a check, but you can.
I think.
No, we're on the east side.
Oh,
North,
you are on
south.
the east side.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So I have to go over to
Yeah, they're on the other side.
What's on the other side?
the lever. And
Sorry, the
everything.
lever is
The
on the other
lever's on
side.
the other side.
Yeah,
My
that's
bad.
why I'm walking across with my Ning ability.
Sorry. Okay. That makes sense. When I see him, I just start to golf clap.
Okay. So
Very
you-
impressive.
Then people who doesn't want to be undone is going to jump to the first platform.
And before you leave, roll an Arcana check.
What, does Detect Magic give me anything, or
No, this isn't for magic. Well, this is for Arcana.
21?
You recognize the statue as a Nikoloth. And there is an aura of transmutation magic radiating from the statue's clenched fists.
Okay. So wait, before y'all do anything.
Okay.
So you're gonna head across? Okay.
You said you wanted to jump.
I still want to jump.
Wait.
Really?
Yes.
I don't like being told what to do.
I'm telling you what to do.
Fine, I'll see what happens with the lever first.
Okay, so when you pull the lever,
Well, I haven't pulled it yet. I'm just going over there.
Okay.
Then now I'm checking this area out on the west side.
yep, you're
Yeah.
checking out the area on the west side. There is a stairwell that leads up to a wall, oddly blank wall that maybe there's something behind it. If you went and looked at it, none of your passive perceptions are high enough for that, but maybe I'll let you roll.
It is quite conspicuous. The stairs.
Now I pull the lever.
Not
Now
the
that I
map, but the fact
look.
that there's stairs.
Stairs just leading up to
Just
a wall.
nothing.
Okay, you pull the lever. Several things happen all at once. The statue's fists unclench to reveal a marble-sized object in the palm of each hand. And howling winds rise up and fill the room. Everyone roll for initiative. But we're not actually in combat, but it's for reasons. Maurice,
14.
Sullivan,
22.
Pipo,
15.
Kathos.
20.
Okay,
Pretty good, actually.
Sullivan, the winds, howling winds, fill the room, and they're like really, really disturbing. And I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Uh,
15.
Okay, roll a d100.
That's a D12.
Got 112.
Wow, that's amazing.
So is it 7 or 70? 7.
That's a 7.
Yep.
7.
Yep.
77, is that what you said?
Roll a d10.
10.
You gain a form of short-term madness.
For 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes. The character retreats into his or her mind and becomes paralyzed. The effect ends if the character takes any damage.
All we have to do is, like, hit you.
I can Eldritch Blast from this far, right?
Yeah, I think it's,
Is that gonna be your reaction? You see him freeze
It's
up for a
110 feet.
second, and you're like, "Yep, blast." I've seen
Kathos,
this
it's your
before.
turn. Make a Wisdom saving throw.
We can do this, Kathos.
So the statue
we add
with the marbles is
because
right
of
next to
Maurice?
us?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we also add, what, you get 3 or
You get 4.
4? Alright, so
Paladin,
21.
yay.
Helen, yay.
Okay, you feel like the winds are really terrible and nasty, but you're able to shake off the effects.
Yay. Is anything else happening?
Well, there are howling, wailing winds filling the room,
And the guy opened his hands?
and the guy opened his hands.
So my question is, when I pulled in and the winds happened, that was just the end of my turn, or was I able to do stuff?
That was the thing that initiated combat, and then, because if you hadn't rolled a 22, Kathos would have been first.
Okay.
So, It was as soon as you pulled the lever, everyone rolls for
So
initiative.
technically, since you had initiative, you did go first.
Well, yeah, no, I was just wondering if like I could have actually done stuff before I then got the madness, or if it was just instantly madness.
Yeah, it's the beginning of your turn. You make the save.
Okay.
What was in the demon's hands?
Marbles.
I don't trust them.
1-inch diameter pearly white crystal. There is a 1-inch diameter pearly white crystal eyeball in its left hand and a similarly sized scarlet crystal eyeball in its right hand.
We'll find all the crystal eyes.
Theme going on here. Eyes. I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I can't imagine what that might indicate.
I don't know what that indicates, so.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast Sullivan.
Okay. I mean,
He literally just freezes up for a second and you blast him.
Yep. Wait, I'm gonna do better. What?
you have advantage.
Paralyzed.
You have advantage because he's paralyzed.
Okay, that's good.
He's 110 feet away, so I think
Roll
that's
two
within
dice,
range.
though. So second blast.
Well, that was an 11 before it rolled over.
It was. That one
That
was
would-
not legal.
Would 11 hit him? I don't think it would.
No, it's I think
Unfortunately for Doug, you won't be able to cast shield because you're paralyzed.
it would be 18 to hit,
Oh, that is my AC.
and then the
You don't have to
second
do both
one-
of 'em.
Nope, he's hitting you twice. The second one is also an 18.
Okay, I'll remember this.
Fine.
Little notification in the corner. Sullivan will remember this.
You take. I think that's a 9. You take 14.
Wow. With no modifiers?
Attack Sullivan, you
Just-
mean it.
I just remember when he's the one hanging off the cliff and Sullivan's not.
So you are
Just remember, he heals
out
you
of your
anyways, so it doesn't
madness.
matter.
Great.
So I'm
And then Kathos moves back behind the demon. It's less scary there.
okay. Peepo. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. We had 4.
Add 4.
Oh, good.
That's 21.
Wow.
You're good.
You guys are doing good.
Yay.
I'm proficient.
grabs the eyes.
Now what are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
can I get one of the eyes?
Yeah, with the interaction you grab one, you can with your action you can grab the other.
Yeah, let's do that.
Grab both.
Does the wind stop?
Nope. They are non-magical.
Okay.
Scarlet eyeball and a white eyeball.
Cool.
Okay, anything else?
What?
No.
No?
No, I'm good.
Maurice. Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I can yell at
Also, if he's paralyzed, then you don't get his bonus anymore.
I can yell at Sullivan to turn off the thing.
20.
20 is exactly what you need. You can act normally this round.
Oh, we need to leave.
Okay, we have both eyes.
Pull the switch. Don't we have a switch on our side?
No.
Nope.
No?
It was.
It was a lie.
Andrew thought we were on the west end. This is the west
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
How far down is the floor?
I don't think there was a floor. He said it was darkness and
Oh, it's
abyss.
just darkness. We don't know what's down there. Okay.
Like even with 120 feet, there's no floor?
They are 15 feet below the ceiling and 60 feet above the pit floor.
Okay. 60 feet.
Before you were paralyzed, there's auras of abjuration and transmutation magic around each platform.
We should probably leave the room now.
What about this conspicuous staircase on the other side?
Sullivan's there.
Yeah, he'll clean it out. We can really want to.
And there is a crawl space visible here as well.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Would you have to like climb up to it, or could you walk there from the balcony?
You'd have to jump.
He'd be able to climb.
Or walk on the walls. I don't know.
Yeah, now you remember that when you were in that room with the golden skull, there was a crawl space there. You were too fixated on whether or not you were going to pick up the golden skull.
I'm like oddly
notice.
obsessed with the crawl spaces at this point. So,
Maybe that was the point. Who knows?
maybe that's the point. Yeah. I'm going to attempt to like dig out some rope from my burglar's kit and try and create some way to climb down to the floor from the balcony, rather than try to scale the walls. See if I can climb down a rope.
Okay.
Maybe
it's
tie
60 feet.
Tie it off to the statue.
There's a balcony.
Tie it off to the
Yeah, you can tie it down. So it's 60 feet, so it'll get down to 50 feet down, so you'll drop 10 feet.
That's fine.
Basically a d6 falling damage if you fail up, probably
Rock
acrobatics
and
or
roll.
something. Okay, so you're gonna climb down?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not gonna be annoying and say that you can only move 30 feet down the rope. Just drop down.
Okay.
You know, get some rope burn and then drop down, and you're fine. Okay, you're on the floor.
All right. But
The winds are still intense down
that
here.
used my movement to go
Yeah.
down. Yeah. Okay. So I'm down there.
Okay.
And a d6 points of falling damage.
Sure.
Do you want me to?
Two-
do you want me
two-
to try and make the jump, or
Nah, take 2 bludgeoning.
take 2 bludgeoning? Okay.
The howling winds, the wailing winds are distracting. Yeah, Sullivan, wisdom save.
Nope.
What'd you roll?
19.
Oh, D100.
Long-term madness.
93.
You fall unconscious.
Oh, great. For how many hours?
Minutes.
Minutes.
1 minute.
Oh, really? You don't just hop up to the next level of madness?
No.
This is all short term.
This is just short-term
That's
stuff.
that's boring.
I don't know. Considering that he's the only one near the lever,
Right.
there's going to be a lot more rolls on this table. Especially since he's now 60 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Kathos.
I failed. I was gonna fail even
yeah,
with
it's
his
DC
help.
20. So D100. This is gonna get interesting. Should I put the
19.
combat music back on? You retreat into your mind and become paralyzed.
I'm a nugget.
Yep. Effect ends if the character
6
takes
minutes.
any damage.
Can you just gently hurt me, like pinch?
Well, it depends if I can do anything.
You go into a rage and. Okay. You're still in the room, so make a wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
We'll do 100.
8.
Hey, T100.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I was gonna do this. Because apparently it's intense, and we need to have some intense music now.
39.
Other side. Oh, it's right behind.
You become frightened and must use your action and movement each round to flee from the source of the fear, which in this case is this room.
Okay. Can I crawl into the crawl space?
Yep, it's double movement in there, difficult terrain, so 5, 10, 20, 30, dash,
40.
10.
Can she have like
20.
smashed Kathos against the wall to get past?
Yeah, pretty much.
And now I'm in the safety room. Do I feel really safe?
You're still frightened.
But I feel safe here, right?
You do, but you feel like you need to get farther away.
Oh, okay.
But that's all your movement. Did you roll a d10?
No, I didn't. 8.
Okay,
Oh.
8 minutes. Maurice, you're on the floor. Roll a wisdom saving throw. Lucky you getting your own Aura bonus.
24.
You're good.
How far can I go?
30.
What?
Or 60 if you dash.
Yeah, I'll dash as far as I can towards the other balcony.
5, 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Jesus.
This is a big room.
It's a big
You
room.
still have a 60-foot climb somehow to get to the other balcony.
Yep.
Okay. Sullivan is unconscious.
Kathos
is unconscious. Hippo. Actually, let's see.
I don't
Run away.
roll again?
Friend. Each round to flee. Yeah, each round to flee. Alright, so 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Do you move 40 feet?
40.
So
Oh.
80.
So you get to the edge of the crawl space.
Now you have a choice to make. Do you go through the curtains or do you just run straight?
I mean, I feel like the fastest way away from Source of Fear is clearly through the curtains.
I don't know what kind of twists
You
and
mean
turns you
through the water curtain?
Water.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're still holding that hand axe.
I do still have that hand axe.
still have the hand axe,
I'm
so-
the only one who decided to keep it.
That's probably important. Maurice.
Nah.
Also the eyes.
I do also have eyes.
Oh no.
17.
17.
15. Oh, okay. D100.
It's gonna be terrible if you have to run away.
95.
I'm gonna explore.
95.
I'm gonna explore the rest of the tomb,
And I-
running away.
Fall unconscious.
Yep.
D10.
Great. You're gonna die running away.
7.
7.
Well, when something
How many
hits
minutes
me,
are you unconscious?
Then I think I can roll
1
again,
minute.
right?
And
60
Am I-
rounds.
how long are you unconscious?
6.
6. And how long were you frightened?
8 minutes.
Okay.
So Peepo's gone by the time I
Peepo,
went.
you're gonna start running toward the water wall.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you run out of the tomb?
Okay, so the Source of Fear is there, just like sensing it.
You don't know that through the wall.
I can sense it. My Source of Fear.
I mean, you were gonna run that way? You're gonna
Yeah.
run north? Okay. I
what I
figured you were, but I thought might as well
But you
ask.
get 59 more rounds before I wake up of running.
Yep.
Okay.
Peepo's about to die.
I really want to see what happens.
We do too.
All the damage.
We're not there, so.
I'm holding the weapon though.
Not
And
the
she
right
has
weapon.
2 eyes.
So you
I do also.
enter the curtain of water, and the water erupts as a fierce wave flowing from north to south. Like all the way from the north end of the hall, just the water on the ground, just whoosh, giant wave slamming into you. Make a strength saving throw. You aren't at disadvantage because your Source of Fear is not currently in sight. Nor can you
24.
hear it. Okay.
That's strong.
So you'll take half of 14 bludgeoning damage, so 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you fall prone, but you're not swept away.
Okay.
The weapons hooked on the walls remain; they are not washed away.
No. What about the one that I'm holding? It's still good?
You still have it.
Yay.
Okay,
It
and
worked
you get up.
Yeah. I mean, is it still my turn?
Yeah.
It's going to be your turn for a while.
You get 59 rounds of just you.
Oh yeah!
10 rounds.
This is
9 more rounds.
Peepo's solo adventure.
You're still
Can I keep
afraid,
trying
right?
to go forward?
You can. You feel the need to run away from the hall diminishing now that it's out of sight, out of mind, and also you can't hear it anymore.
Oh yeah.
Seems that once you got through the crawlway, you couldn't hear the howling winds anymore.
Got a nice splash of water in the face too.
Okay.
But you definitely feel like you're still afraid of it.
Okay.
Walking through the
I
water
don't
wall
really
didn't
have
seem
a
to work.
I don't really have a strategy.
You
for,
can just
like,
wait now.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
wait in the water
You
room.
could try all the weapons.
sure. Let's play with all the weapons. Wait for them to be okay.
There are doubles of every weapon, so you can. What weapon would you like to grab? There were tridents, sickles, blowguns, maces, and the hand axes that you already
Why
tried.
couldn't people be smart?
Ooh. I don't remember any clues that would indicate which one is right. Let's do a trident. That seems watery.
It does.
Okay.
It's
Put the hand axe back, grab the
Aquaman-ish.
trident. You walk through the curtain of water,
People picked correctly.
and nothing happens.
Yay!
Oh,
Now you can keep running.
Now I can keep running away. Peepo, so
Since you've got at least about a minute or so, or I guess
8 rounds.
who's the lowest? You were, yeah, you get a little less than a minute. You do wander around. You do find that there's in fact an illusion here, just like on the other side, and there is a bright green eyeball, crystal eyeball.
nice. I'll add it to my collection.
That's
Okay.
4 now.
That's so weird. You know,
Yeah.
Sullivan looked through it on the other side, but he didn't say he found anything.
And then you keep moving forward, and there's another crawl space, and then there's a passage that leads to the north. But at this point, I think probably Sullivan woke up, so we'll go back to Sullivan.
Yeah, I'll just hang out here. I don't want to go too far, just to the water wall.
We can't stop here. This is crawl country.
Okay, Sullivan. You wake up.
Make a wisdom
Wisdom
save.
saving throw.
I make it 20.
Yes, you make it. What would you like to do?
Blast Kathos with the Eldritch Blast.
You're standing next to the lever, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna get revenge.
You're gonna crit Kathos?
I am prone.
Unconscious?
You are prone. Yeah, you are actually. So you're at disadvantage.
It's fine.
It's not like I'm
Oh
hard
no,
to
you're
hit.
prone and
Yeah.
and paralyzed. So it's straight.
Yep.
Normal. Nice.
Oh, you're paralyzed. That's right. You're not prone. You didn't fall
Well, you're unconscious, which is yeah.
No,
I mean,
I was unconscious. He was unconscious.
I went
He was
unconscious.
paralyzed.
So,
oh, you were.
just for the
I
record.
was 19.
No, you're just paralyzed.
Yeah.
You're not.
Oh, okay.
You're not.
By the way, just for the record before I roll, because this is what I'm doing, it is a quickened Eldritch Blast.
Oh, it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
You can still use your action to pull the lever, maybe.
Yep.
If you feel like it, if it doesn't hit.
Well, one's a crit.
Because of course it is.
Yep.
You gotta save those crits for the important ones.
And the other's a 15.
Yeah.
10 plus 14, so 24.
Okay. Roll another one.
26 total. And your body gets pushed back out of the room.
Yeah. I guess it does.
Which saves you from the madness.
And you're
kinda
in the
jammed
crawl
in.
space like this with your arms and legs forward. It's really, really uncomfortable.
Hey, look, Kathos is flanking.
You might have snapped his back slightly.
And I pulled the lever.
Okay. The fists clenched, closed.
Oh, we got what was on them?
The winds die down. And a little while later, Maurice wakes up.
Yay.
And I walk back across.
Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe I should have told you about the abjuration magic on the platforms before you walked across.
I don't know, I never used the platforms.
I know. Well, there was abjuration
Yeah, protection magic.
on the
From the winds.
abjuration and transmutation magic.
See,
on
and
the,
I wanted to jump
platforms.
on one, and
Why
you
didn't
told
you?
me not.
I told you to wait.
Yeah, and I waited, and look how it turned out.
I mean, you could have jumped on one afterwards.
After I was frightened.
No, the first time you saved when you grabbed the gems.
Yeah. Think about it.
I want to try and climb the wall towards the crawl space.
You were all about that crawl space life.
What's your flaw? Why do you keep doing this?
I am so brave, I am unafraid to take risks.
But that doesn't mean you separate from the party.
Yeah, he-
You can
Does
take
either,
risk and
either
I
of
wanna
you
crawl for
have
the crawl space.
Ijin or
I am fearless and not afraid to take
Kubazan?
great risks.
Trying to get itchy.
Yeah, I have Kubazan.
You have Kubazan?
Risk engine.
Your fearless Kubazan insists that
What?
his host
He's behind
jump
you, Jack.
to the
It's a little
platforms,
late,
know.
Kubazan.
even if others
You
are
should-
better equipped to do
What?
so.
You should have clued in like 8 minutes ago.
Like, well, you shouldn't have pulled that lever so quickly. Doing my best here, man. Besides, we are called trickster gods.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna climb this wall to get up to that crawl space.
It is a slick wall. It's a sheer wall.
Okay.
We're gonna go find people.
You have equipment to climb walls?
I have pitons in the
Pitons?
in the burglar's.
Do you have rope?
Yeah. The rope is back on the other balcony though.
That might be a problem.
Yeah.
Also, the rope is 10 feet up in the air when you drop down.
Can't jump 10 feet.
So actually, you're not there.
What could
I
I-
assumed you were there, but you're actually here, looking up the balcony.
Could I use my pitons to like hammer into the sheer wall to create like sort of like foot things to climb with?
You could,
Like to climb the-
but the important piece of that puzzle that you're missing is the rope you tie to the python, so you can go down and collect the ones before going up to the next one.
Well, we could
So
always,
you could get as high as your until you run out of pythons.
Right. So I think it's what, like 10?
Yeah, I mean the crawl space is probably at least 60 feet up.
Maybe
could-
we'll try for another crawl space.
we'll find a way in.
Well, we need to check the other balcony too. So I'm also trying to get up there. I guess. Well, I can't get up 10 feet to the rope. so
Unless someone like ties a rope to the end of the rope and lowers it down 10
I
feet.
think that's probably what's gonna have to
I
happen.
start untying his rope on this one
Okay.
and pulling it up. And, you know, wrapping around my arm and start walking back out to the group.
Kathos has crawled
So
back
just
out
leave
the
me
people
down there?
already.
I mean, at some point you gotta pay for, you know, have a little safety area to keep you in until you come to your senses.
Bring me to my senses. I went unconscious.
No.
Yeah, you two are the ones attacking each other.
Oh, so you haven't woke up? I thought you woke up.
I woke
He's
up.
woken
Yeah,
up.
so.
Yeah, I'm trying to climb out.
Not this way. You're trying to climb up that way. If you
Yeah.
you come over here and climb up this way, I'll lower the rope back down.
Okay.
Okay, I do that.
10 feet short.
You
sure.
need to tie something on.
I need more rope.
More rope.
Get out some of my rope.
Okay. Lower it down, and now you're able to climb up.
Okay.
That was really complicated, guys.
Can I collect my rope, please?
That's up to him.
Yeah, I'll give you your rope back.
You shouldn't. You're
I'm
greedy, but
really
it's too
glad
late. It's
that
mine
we,
now.
We accomplished that goal there of getting Maurice out of a pit.
Do you want to go across? My trickster god really wants to jump now.
You all get 10,000 RP, but it doesn't mean anything apparently. So it was the Grand Theft Auto 5 quip. GTA 5 has a RP in their multiplayer, and you get a lot of it whenever you're playing games, and no one knows what it does. It was a point system that maybe Rockstar had intended of using at some point, and maybe they will, but it currently does nothing.
Okay.
So
yeah,
What's
so
the
what-
matter?
we don't have a trident on this side.
You have a there's one trident,
Okay.
and then
I
you're
wave
up.
at you from the other side, and I can throw you guys the other tridents from
Yeah,
my
you can
side.
just throw it through, and it.
And then I
nothing
walk
happens.
through with the Yep. Okay.
I grab the trident before Maurice can and run through. And then toss it back to him.
I'll let you know. I
Wow.
solved the puzzle.
But hold up.
I'm
Drama.
the smart one.
Hold on. No. Here's the thing. I said I grabbed the trident first and walked through. I never said I tossed it back. You forget
there's-
my.
There's
People
two.
through.
I threw.
Okay.
There's one already on your side.
Yeah.
I threw two through. Unless you're hoarding them all.
Well, I'm holding the one I grabbed.
Actually, there are a total of 4 if you count the ones on the north side
Yeah.
and the 2 on the south side.
Yeah, that's what I said I was throwing.
Now we have extra.
I'm holding the one I have.
Okay.
It's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
So now we go to the upper left.
Without me?
I mean, there's a crawl
No,
space.
I threw the trident back to you. I just wanted to go through first.
Unfortunately, I can't throw the trident back to you.
There's a crawl space.
Yeah.
But
I want to go through the crawl space.
Maurice immediately hangs a right and starts going down the crawl space.
Kathos goes left.
Okay.
We're gonna find the danger zone somehow.
Splitting the party. That's not.
Welcome to the danger zone.
If you would tell me not to, I might listen.
Kathos is like, no, come this way first. We'll go there.
Okay.
Please?
I will listen to Catherine's. I will go.
Okay.
I will go to the north west.
There
I
is
guess.
a door to the west that
Yeah.
you can't see through.
We're just gonna keep going north.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Sure.
There's a door there.
There's a door there.
Here.
Yes.
There's a door there.
Okay.
Kathos is looking for that other room. Okay?
Can I check the door for traps?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
It was 100% a tomb.
So, at the top of the stairs, you find the entire floor.
17.
Covering everything. You cannot see.
It is neither locked nor trapped.
I open it.
Okay. This chamber contains a stone font filled with a steaming green liquid. Beyond it, a shadowy figure stands at an open door on the far side. Beyond it, a shadowy figure stands at an open door on the far side of the room. The figure's back is toward you.
Take off your shadow.
Should not ever have done.
It's very Peter Pan. You said there was a font?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the green thing.
Sleek
Sleek
your shadow at the font. Okay.
Maybe-
Can I look in the font? Like get a better idea what's in there?
Soup.
Shadow soup.
It is.
Green peas. It's green.
Turtle soup.
No. Turtle soup isn't green.
When you walk forward, the shadowy
green
figure
veggies in
walks
it.
forward with you,
What's
matching
wrong
your
with making
movements
green?
exactly. It's facing away from you, so it actually moves.
I see its back.
Yep.
So you see its back.
So when I step closer to the font, it moves forward.
Yeah, into the hallway beyond.
Got it.
Can somebody remind me what slake means?
To quench your thirst.
Okay. So we have to get the shadow.
And actually,
into
it happens when you step here. So the shadowy figure is here now.
I mean, it's 2 and 2 at this point, but Maurice is just getting the information that his character needs.
What?
To quench your thirst, your shadow at the font. In other words, his shadow.
I put a token of a shadow, but it's not actually a shadow.
So, what's in the font?
Steaming green liquid.
Yeah. Can I touch it?
Cathos is like, no, don't touch it. It's
Don't touch
scary.
it.
Yeah, so you step through, and then the shadow moves forward.
Oh.
No, that was. There's 2 hit stars.
So it's not like it's mirroring you. It was facing away from you, and when you entered,
It is mirroring.
Yeah, it's copying.
but it's not like a reflection.
It's not a reflection.
Going the same direction.
It's facing away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only went that direction because he walked that direction.
So you need to turn back out and then pretend to drink something outside of the door.
No, he needs to get the shadow to drink the green liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By turning around, so it turns around, and then you walk out of the door, and then it walks into the door, and you pretend.
Theoretically, I could also back up and do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes any difference.
Well, it says he said that we saw its back. or he
So
saw its back.
it
It's facing
appears.
away from me.
Yeah.
So you put your hand into the liquid, and it goes right through. It looks like an illusion.
Okay.
An illusion has to drink
I
it.
And your
can't-
hand actually
I can't drink it.
hits the bottom of the bowl, and it appears to be completely dry.
Okay.
Yeah, so get your shadow to drink it.
Yeah. Remembering Asrak. I remember the
Asrak.
stupid Lich's third warning about the slaking the shadow, so I'm like, this is a shadow. There's a font.
And you're magically thirsty.
I can't drink this myself. Even if I could, it's such a quantity, right? It's like a big stone font.
Yeah, it looks to be about 5 gallons.
Yeah, like I couldn't physically consume it even if it wasn't an illusion.
So who's looking in the room with him? You are?
Okay,
Okay.
I don't trust this thing because it's still a shadow.
I mean, you do like danger, though.
I do like danger. I'm gonna make sure that it actually does follow all my movements.
Yep, so it's
Right.
currently dancing in place.
And I'm gonna back up
Okay.
until the
You back up, and then you bump into Cathos.
Yeah,
Cathos
move,
goes out of the way.
Cathos, move.
Move forward a little bit.
And then I'm going to position the shadow so it's adjacent to the font.
It is now.
And then I will like bend down.
You're facing the wrong way. It bends down.
It's turn around.
You gotta turn around.
Okay. Then I'll turn
Are
around.
you staying where you are looking in, or are you
Yeah.
moving out of the way?
I will
Okay.
turn
Staying where I'm
around.
at.
Okay, you turn around. The shadow turns around, and you see its face.
Oh god, Cathos is about to die.
Make a wisdom saving throw. You see a horrific
+4.
visage locked in a silent scream.
Wisdom save, I'm next to you, so that's 21, 27.
Oh, good.
Nice.
You don't drop to 0 hit points.
Yeah.
But it's really freaky, and I'm assuming you probably move away now.
What do you see,
Yeah.
Cathos?
It's your face.
He just turns completely white and is like, and then steps away.
Okay. I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing and
Okay,
like.
so you're
and-
gonna
and,
lean
like, try
down
and
and
drink the
pretend that you're.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear a slurping sound,
Cathos is like, I can't watch this no more.
and at a rate of 5 pints per round, draining the font in 8 rounds.
He's just gonna keep drinking.
Keep going.
I go around the
I'm
corner
just gonna
to
keep
start.
going. I'm just gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, until you don't hear the slurping sound
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Yep. All right. Eventually, you don't hear it anymore. No one's looking in the room right now, so you don't know what if anything's different.
You guys hear this slurping noise?
No, it's over now.
Okay.
Cathos is like, I'm not
Okay.
looking in, I'm just gonna...
I'm gonna turn back around so I can face the font,
Okay.
and then I will look inside.
You see there is treasure in the font.
What is it?
Eyeballs.
I don't know.
Take it.
First
Take it with your
treasure.
mage
That's a
hand.
fair guess.
I'm guessing that this is the whole theme of this floor is eyeballs.
So you're now facing away. It's facing away.
Yeah.
So you step forward,
Yep.
and it steps forward.
Now it's kind of fat.
inside-
Inside. Belly.
A 1-inch diameter eyeball made of incandescent orange crystal appears at the bottom of the
I
font
get it.
and can be easily removed.
I will take it.
Can I borrow one
I
of
will
your
take this
eyes?
orange crystal eyeball.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable with that.
Got 3.
Yeah.
5 counting the ones in your head.
Yeah, I need them all. They're
And
really
then I
important.
will back out of the room and shut the door.
green one.
Okay, so you back out of the
Give it
room.
back to
You
you.
see the
The green one, though.
the shadow back
the white
into the
one?
room.
I like that one too.
And as you close the door, you see the shadow pull the door to the hallway closed. And you hear a simultaneous click
Bye.
of both rooms.
Heather's like, don't be nice to that.
Now's a perfect time for a musical number.
We go around the corner.
Of course, I don't know. I mean, does the shadow keep mimicking your movements?
Guess we'll find out.
Can you?
Yep.
So I'm just gonna head back, rejoin everybody else,
Sullivan's already around the corner.
and I'm like, Sullivan.
Oh, thanks.
You give him the eye?
Oh, yeah,
Heather's like, no, I want an eyeball.
Gethos did want an eye.
you can have the next one, okay? If I find another
They
one,
all have like eyeballs.
if I find
He
another
has
one-
5.
if I find another one, I'll give you.
Two of them
okay?
are just my regular eyes.
5 entire eyeballs.
Two of them are just my regular eyes.
You should share your eyes.
Here.
Pluck one out.
You also have an eye patch.
I do. Do you want the eye patch?
No.
I'll give you the eye patch.
I want the green eyeball.
Or I could give you this hairpin that is inexplicably just stuck to my head.
I carefully pierced your skin with it.
Yes, we did agree on that. That's how I'm wearing it.
So what do we see now? Further down the hall.
More crawl space.
Corridor ends at a block of stone on which is painted a 7-foot-tall jackal-headed humanoid with a circular gold medallion around its neck. All around the figure are carvings of locusts, and there is also a crawl space.
But first there's this door, right?
Well, there's the block of stone.
Yeah, it's
All you see is a block of stone.
What's this?
Yeah, what's right,
that's what we just described.
No, this.
right next to us?
Yeah, that slit.
It's just
What is that?
The tiny crawl space.
This is a crawl space.
It's a crawl space.
Yeah, I know.
It's a
I'm
10-foot.
looking it up.
It's something else.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
probably just a crack in the wall.
We can see
There's a
through.
crack in the wall.
It's yeah, could be. Cathers asked me not to crawl down the crawl space yet, so.
That was that one though.
I'm maintaining.
That's all the crawl spaces.
That'll be the
Until
next.
we all agree.
I'm maintaining my. I'm keeping my impulses in check. I won't call them my worst impulses, but my impulses.
Yeah, the other two are kind of up forward, kind of working. So you can move forward and attack. You move forward and still say that you have. Yeah. You know there's something over there.
There's
It's just a crack in the wall, probably.
no.
It seems like a fairly prominent feature. That's why.
Yeah.
You should roll your eyeball through it.
There's a mention of a devil's gaping mouth, but no actual devil's gaping mouth. I'm gonna guess the devil's gaping mouth is on this side, and there's a hole through the mouth
You can look
to
through.
the stone block.
But you can also just walk around it.
Put an eyeball in it.
Can I look? Can
You
we look
want
through
us
it?
to feed the eyeballs to the mouth? Why?
I mean,
What else are you gonna do with it?
How many do we have? We have 5? So I have 3.
so I look through the mouth.
We have five. We have 5 crystal eyeballs.
And I see the medallion hanging on the statue's neck.
Can you grab it?
Yep.
So I walk around and check out the medallion with the detect magic and all up.
I still think you should put an eyeball in there. And
It is
roll
not
through.
magical.
Okay, so I move the medallion.
You can't.
Can't. Is there anything on the medallion?
It's a 6-inch diameter gold disc engraved with the face of a horned devil. Oh, there we go. That's where the horned devil is. So it's not in. I don't know what the line in the wall is. That might just be an error.
Or it's a crack in the wall?
Yeah, maybe we can just see through the wall a little bit.
Yeah, it's not mentioned anywhere, so I'm gonna
just-
assume it's an error on the map.
I'm just gonna go with the crack in the wall because it's an old ruin.
It looks like a mistake. Yeah, so it's engraved with the face of a horned devil, its mouth agape.
But that's what.
And visible through a hole that forms in the devil's gaping mouth, you see a hieroglyph. A vulture is visible in clay.
Right, which is the hint. So,
Okay.
So, can you look at other stuff through it?
no, it only goes through it.
So you can see a vulture. behind the medallion. You can't move the medallion.
No. If this is the peephole that gives us the clue.
We already know that it's a.
Right.
We already know that it's.
We just have to get in the room to use this clue. In other words, some of us has to be here to look through that peephole at whatever glyph is through it. So we know the first clue is vulture. That's showing vulture.
Maybe after you activate
the vulture,
it'll turn to another thing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And the only question is how to get into the room. And I thought that's why I'm surprised Missy Step didn't work. Teleporting.
Can we check where we saw the stone block there and see if there's a secret door, something we can trip to open it? So we saw the dwarf go through the stone block before when he walked into that room. Not that we necessarily know that this is the room, but
Oh yeah, no idea. We're gonna
well,
sleep.
looking through the peephole, I can
spatially
from
aware.
what my bat saw and looking through the peephole, I can put two and two together that this is the same room.
Oh, you can actually see into the room.
Well, I can see what my bat saw of the vulture medallion in there.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. So two and two, my brain's going, oh, this must be the same room.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, some of us is going to be out here,
We just need to figure
and
out
then
how to get in.
how to get into the room.
So yeah, we need to look for like a secret door, a lever, a button, something.
Can you bring up
The dwarf clearly was able to get through into the room before.
Looking at the carved locusts, one of them appears to be a button.
We push it.
We can't. That's in the room.
No, it's on your side. There was the jackal-headed humanoid with circle gold medallion around its neck that doesn't move.
Oh,
Right.
All around the figure are carvings of locusts, and one of the locusts appears to be a button.
Oh, okay.
So push the button.
Push the button, the stone block sinks into the floor,
Got it.
and you can now enter the room.
Someone steps on a vulture.
I step on the vulture.
Wait, somebody has to say out, right? But how will we communicate? Is he
Somebody, whoever has the best perception to look at the.
You do have a helm of telepathy.
I do. I just remembered that.
You do have a helm of telepathy.
Does that work if I can't see the person?
I think you actually do need to see the person.
Okay.
So who's stepping out?
I step on the vulture.
Okay.
Don't get it.
The stone goes up, I believe.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, stone rises back up into place, and those of you on
The medallion is on the stone block, right? Yeah.
and when it locks back into place, you see the dial shift, and it's an offset hole, and so it now reveals a new hieroglyph.
What's the
This
name?
serpent.
We tell Sullivan to move to the
How do we
snake.
communicate with him?
We yell through the door.
Sullivan, it's the snake.
Snake. You sure this is?
Do the snake.
It's a serpent.
Okay. I step on. If I can hear them, I go for this.
You have that helm? Let me check the helm.
You do.
I feel like you need to see.
I thought I had to see you. Alternatively, you can send your bat the long way around, and then you can do what you're saying.
So you'll need to have precast detect thoughts on him, and then you can send telepathic messages.
Cool.
We can retcon.
Yeah,
that,
because we were trying to plan
and
to
we'll
use
just-
that.
if you want to hand wave the saving throw and allow it, basically. So now you can detect service thoughts from.
I'm totally keeping whatever items in here. They're not going to get it.
And so you can then
Okay,
telepathically send a message to him, serpent.
Serpent.
Step on the
You're
serpent.
not-
While you're looking there,
And the one that you're nearby is.
yeah, there's a shield and there's a belt pouch as well that looks to be full of something
Where's the location of those items?
on the dwarf itself, but he's on a different tile.
Okay. Well, I'm doing whatever they say. I'll worry
So
about
you
that.
step on the serpent,
Yep.
and ka-chink, the medallion shifts again. You see a door.
I go to the door.
Transferred over door. And then it goes ka-chunk, and you see reed.
The reeds are at the bottom.
I step on the reed.
Clearly, it's just diagonals.
And then scarab.
I step on the scarab.
Scarab, which one?
There are two. The top.
The top one?
Do y'all see any difference on the, like, if I just
All they see is a scarab hieroglyph.
step forward?
Do the top one.
Yeah, get on the top one.
The top one gives you more options.
It does.
Because, like, if the one after it is...
So to be fair, all you can tell him is scarab, and you don't know where he is in the room.
Yeah, true.
So where would you like to go?
Step forward.
Just forward. Ka-chunk. Scepter.
Step forward.
And foot.
Go diagonal.
And then urn.
Step on the urn.
Okay. All of these things happen at once. The sarcophagus opens,
Yep.
the stone block sinks into the floor, and you hear some ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
Whoa.
Some, like, machinery in the walls sort of clicking over, and then a clunk, and then it's silent, and the floor tiles kind of sank down when you stepped on them, and they sort of activated, and they all reset, including the one you're on, and the one you're on is no longer pushing down.
I look in a sarcophagus while that's all happening.
Okay, so we'll just jump you back to the other map here.
Yeah.
Now that we don't need this. And you guys were, well, probably Pipa was in the front.
Can I
So that door is now open. And you go head toward the sarcophagus.
Can I check the dwarf's body?
Sure, you can walk toward the dwarf. Yeah, you can all enter the room. The floor tiles are no longer active.
Yay.
Yay, we did it.
Yeah, what's
The sarcophagus contains the fragile bones of an almirage, as well as its spiral horn.
We take the horn.
sword magic?
Well, I'm the closest, yeah.
You gonna grab it?
You can also wrap
Are you
it
grabbing
in,
it?
You can also wrap it in something.
The sarcophagus itself, you would guess it's worth about 7,500 gold.
And how much does it weigh?
75 pounds?
How would we get it out?
75 pounds?
75 pounds.
That's pretty light, actually.
That's actually fairly light.
I could probably leave the the Queen's Decree and take this
I
instead.
mage hand up the horn.
Okay.
And then,
It's a nice horn.
detect magic.
Very.
So another trickster god item.
Well, here. Actually, this horn.
But I'm gonna. I'll grab it.
It is radiating all forms of magic.
Okay, well, as I'm just looking over it with
Very specifically, all forms
Yeah, I
of
know.
magic.
As I'm looking over with detect magic, Kathos grabs it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to share.
Okay. You have. You're currently inhabited. So
No.
there's a fight. No, there's no fight. Do you allow it to?
Yep.
Inhabit you. Streams of light emanate from the tip of the horn. As they swirl around you, they form into a spectral rabbit with a single horn on its brow. A female voice whispers, "Quick, quick, let me in! We must stop a Serac!"
Okay.
Aw,
And you get your wand of
I
secrets.
like it. I like the bunny.
Wonder.
Oh, that's not what you get.
Oh man.
Oh, it's even better for Jordan.
Yeah.
Ijin, the Almirage, is fickle and unpredictable. While inhabited by Ijin, you gain the following flaw: I never stick to a plan.
Nice.
Okay, so
While Ijin inhabits you, your dexterity score becomes 23, unless it is already higher, which would be impressive.
Oh, I finally have a decent.
And the magic item of which you are immediately attuned to. Let me just double check. Yes, it's a Wand of Wonder.
Yay!
It is one of
But on the bright side, my AC is now 20.
Nice.
so now you might survive never listening to any plan.
Yes.
Here, let me bump your dex up to 23. Nice, AC 20.
And I never listened to anybody's plan, so have fun. You might want to keep Kathos on like a rope.
Hey, our plans is to leave this room.
I was trying to find out where it's
No,
going.
I'm just saying our plans is to leave
Yeah,
this room.
I think our plan is to leave the
this,
room.
Yeah, our plan is to leave the room.
Let's leave.
No, see, you don't understand.
You're just like gonna go jump through that hole in the wall instead of the regular
I mean, I'm
passage.
still leaving the room, which is our plan.
So the dwarf, his yellow turban is set with a peridot gemstone worth 500 gold.
Okay.
The search of the corpse also yields a non-magical shield and a belt pouch containing a 500 gold diamond.
500 gold diamond.
And 2 1-inch diameter crystal eyeballs, 1 dark blue and 1 vibrant purple.
I'm keeping the purple one, but I will give Kathos the blue one.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I already have one.
I hope you're all keeping track of these.
Yeah, there's a pair of purple now. Mine are green.
500 gold diamond? You could
Yeah.
use, you could use that for like.
Yeah, material component for a raised dead spell.
Not that it would work.
Not that it would work right now.
It will work later.
I like green and white.
And his turban.
Someone has one of Kathos' teeth somewhere.
It's a gemstone.
You left it with someone.
And,
You're not sure who, but
Looking through Devlin's journal, can I figure out who this is? I assume this is one of his companions who is. I've forgotten the name. The yellow banner.
Yellow banner, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I figure out who this is, like contextually, like from what he's mentioned in the journal?
This sounds like it is probably Bravus Boulderborn, a gold dwarf cleric of Morden and former member of the Company of the Yellow Banner. Yeah.
I feel this isn't the last guy we're gonna find of this crew. Okay. So that's all he had.
That's all he had.
Kathos, can I do this crawl space now?
I don't care.
And there are 4 torches in the room as well.
I mean, I say we leave.
I mean,
Leave
do
the
we need
torches.
the torches?
No.
I am already going down the crawl space.
Yeah, Kathos is following him down the crawl space, because why not?
Spontaneous.
I mean, it was his plan, though.
That's true. It's part of the
But
plan.
it is a fickle, unpredictable plan.
Exactly.
I put Sullivan on the wrong layer again.
Oh. Sullivan is just on a different level than all of us.
No, I put Sullivan on the wrong layer again. Hold on. I need to switch to that layer and then drag him out. Keep putting you on the map features layer. Are you all following Maurice down the crawl space?
No.
I am.
Kathos is.
So basically, Sullivan's hanging out.
Yep.
We all wanted to go.
This is a danger space.
I mean, it's crawl space. Of course it is.
Doop, 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 doop. Just going.
Going on an adventure.
Roll a perception check, Maurice.
15.
Charles.
15. You find a seam along the crawl space floor. Yeah.
Okay.
Find a seam along the floor on the other end of this bend,
Okay, I'm gonna shout to the people that are behind me.
which is just Peepo.
Kathos came.
Kathos didn't come with me.
Kathos came.
Okay, those came. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna shout to them to stay, to look, to notice the seam and stay there while I go forward.
Don't tell me what to do.
Kathos is gonna crawl back now.
Kathos, I'm gonna come forward.
Okay.
Kathos turns to Sullivan. They're making mistakes.
Okay.
Well, people most certainly, but you can't tell me what to do.
So you
That was a
keep
mistake
crawling forward?
On your part.
Okay. You crawl forward. Peepo's right behind you. When you reach the middle, which appears to be a dead end, there is a loud grinding noise, and you feel the section of crawlway to rotate, instantly cutting off your exit behind. You can feel the passage sink about 5 feet as it turns. After a few seconds, it comes to a stop, and the grinding abates. Actually, I think the passageway is continuous, and so you are now.
It connects. It's just now we're in like a recessed part that's perpendicular.
Yeah, you're now technically here.
Okay. Is there any exits?
It is blocked on both sides to the now east and west.
Okay, so we essentially sank down in.
Yep.
Anything in here? Any way to get out? Any features?
I think we screwed up.
I mean, as long as it doesn't fill with, like, lava or acid.
Or water.
You can,
Water.
you can breathe for a while.
We can breathe for a while. So yeah, I'm just gonna look through the whole passageway to see if I can find anything that'll trip that to go back.
It's about 25 feet long, and it's blocked on both ends.
Okay. Nothing else in here.
Nothing else.
I have the help of telepathy. And I'm like, hey guys, I think we might need a little help.
You have to cast Detect Thoughts on them before you.
Oh,
in
come
order
on.
to.
We had done it before. Doesn't count.
Well, you had cast it before, yeah.
Can you cast message?
All right, I think we're on our own. And I
Yep.
don't know
We're
what.
stuck until they come get to us, I think. Unless we.
And you spending a few minutes here, you start noticing the air is getting a little stale.
That's not good.
You should try to help them.
We don't know. We're just standing out here.
We're waiting for them.
Right.
We'll know.
Guys, I'm waiting.
You heard him say, "Oh, you should stay here," and then you left, right?
Yeah.
No indication that maybe something went wrong.
Did they hear anything?
No, not from that far away.
Send your bat to look for them.
So, if we're on this and they're here, and I'm guessing obviously the circle they rotated, so I guess we can't tell which way it technically rotated.
We don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
Kaz was like, they did something and it was probably not a good decision.
Okay, Sullivan sends the bat through the crawl space.
Okay. You send it through the crawl space, loops around, it keeps flying down, and eventually you end up in the hallway full of water. And there is... Oh, actually, you find a corpse, a skeletal corpse, in a straight section of hallway.
I hate to tell you this, Maurice is dead.
It's desiccated. It also appears to be dragonborn.
Okay, Maurice is dead, and I need you to come with me to go confirm this. And Sullivan goes in the crawl space.
If it's Dragonborn, what do you think? People? What do you think people ate Maurice?
People probably ate Maurice.
That does seem more plausible.
That's what Sullivan told.
So who's heading into the crawl
Hey,
space?
and I told him to come with me, which means he's not. So,
He's gonna just head back to the water room.
Roll a perception check.
no detect magic. Damn.
It's not a magical trap.
Oh, it's a trap. Sweet.
It's a mechanical trap.
Well, no, I was talking about for like what the corpse was.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll get there.
Okay.
That's not what the perception check is for.
I think it's a 15. Yes, 15.
You see a groove in the floor of the crawl space, and actually it cuts all the way around, floor, walls, and ceiling. Just kind of right there.
I'm gonna check out the body.
And the body's in the middle, it's about 15 feet in front of you.
As long as there's no other traps, I can check it out.
Okay, how much do you weigh? I didn't have to ask with especially people.
Yeah.
Halfling weight average.
How much gear are you carrying?
Not much. I'm about apparently 35 pounds.
Okay. Because halfling.
Yep.
You make it to the dragonborn corpse.
I want to come this way and go through that.
I told you to come with me. Once you see me, you've stuck to the plan, and I'm proud of you.
No, that's not the same
Okay.
plan.
You make it to here, roll a perception.
I mean, you're coming with me to check out the corpse, which was the plan. That's cocked.
We're gonna go with you.
That's cocked.
Okay, just re-roll it.
There you go.
It was better the other way.
You're still fine. You still see it.
2017.
17. Yeah, you see a line in the floor and ceiling, a sort of a groove.
Do we see each other at this point?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm checking this stuff up, and then I'm gonna go activate it and get our friends back. Oh, by the way, this is Maurice's corpse. We have to go save Peepo.
You move. Are you moving in forward?
Don't. There's a weighted trap apparently, or do I not know?
You're not sure how it works.
Okay. Yeah.
You didn't roll high enough.
But yeah. So that's stated. Yeah. No, come here.
From 15 feet away, it looks like a dragonborn.
Oh, okay, from 50. I was like, no, that's probably Peepo.
Okay. Then I think we still have to say Maurice, but so do I loot anything off this body? Or?
Yeah, you find Dungeoneer's pack, a pouch containing 8 gold, an ivory back scratcher shaped like a dinosaur claw worth 25 gold, a holy symbol of Bahamut worth 25 gold, a red crystal eyeball measuring 1 inch in diameter.
What color?
Red. And a Yik-Ulwa. Yik-Ulwa, a simple melee weapon. It's a traditional weapon of the Chultan warrior. Costs 1 gold, deals 1d8 piercing damage on hits. Has the thrown property. It is not well balanced for throwing. It has a range of 10/30. It is also a +1.
So I start walking towards Kathos, and I just tell him,
I'll move back while you come forward.
You should probably
I could conjure animals and make it move, maybe. I don't know.
Did you do I see anything where I can pull like a button, or is it just specifically wait?
You don't know anything about the trap.
Can we try to inspect the trap closer?
Yeah,
you can. You want to move forward?
No.
Inspect it from where you are.
Can I hear them yelling for help now?
No.
Darn.
We're not yelling for help. We're just chilling.
Yeah. Getting to know each other better, hanging
That
out.
would also use up more air faster.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can yell if you want.
There's probably a period of yelling, but...
I can turn.
Whatever
your
you
mics down
do, don't summon anything heavy.
I said
Do you move out of the
Which would have been a plan.
This is the new tactic for dealing with Ijin, is reverse psychology.
Ijin. Do you move out of the corridor first?
Yeah, we already said that. Because he said he was backing up to make room for me to walk.
Okay, so you're going this way.
Yeah, I said I was heading towards Kathos.
Whatever you do, don't...
So you're back in the water room then.
I summon a bunch of apes.
Okay.
Sure.
I send them down the hole.
Oh, let's go over here and watch them, see if how many make it across. Oh, well, you can't, because that's a plan, and you can't.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do that.
I like where I'm at.
Alright, so we go back this way. Ahead of the apes, or maybe when...
Well, no, I'm just at this, like at the start of it over here.
You can't pass people in the crawl space.
No, I didn't go through the crawl space.
Okay, well, whatever. The apes go through the crawl space. You tell them to hang a right in a larger clump as possible, and you hear a ka-chunk, and then all the apes sound really unhappy.
I'm like, I'm sorry!
And,
no, it would be a group of them, then it turns to then another group.
And you both feel the corridor you're in shake, and there's a grinding sound, and it rotates, and you find yourself connected back into the passageway that you were in before.
Oh, they finally got us out. That only took forever. Let's go.
long enough, yeah.
You also hear the sound of several apes yelping in confusion.
Screaming.
Let's
Make your way out, blah, blah, blah.
As soon as I see both of them, I release my apes.
And it goes silent. They must have died quick.
Yeah.
Air ran out really quickly.
Apparently that's what it took. Just apes.
Apes solve everything.
Well, I learned. Let's just let Maurice go through the crawl space alone.
Hey, I volunteered to go alone.
I know. I wanted to see what was in there, too. I've learned my lesson.
All in all, not the worst trap in the world. If we were alone, that would have stunk. Like, if we were like the only person left of the adventuring party,
or
and
if
walked in the middle of there and just died, suffocated horribly in there.
Yeah.
And when they tell you about the Dragonborn Paladin, perhaps, you realize that is Zephyrus, a Dragonborn Paladin of the Company of the Yellow Band.
So Sullivan takes his trident that, he didn't share with anybody, he walks back through the water and starts heading through the crawl space back to the wind room.
I'm gonna take one of the tridents off the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I threw
the rest of you are cooperative tridents, right? And allow each of you to walk through the water wall again without...
There were 4 of them.
Well, if we're on this side, there should be 2 more here, so we don't really... We could all have one.
I'm not gonna worry about the technicalities of that. So you're back here?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh wait, we went all the way back there. I thought we were going to the main room.
Nope.
Why are we back here?
No, we're gonna need we're gonna need 4 rope.
So would I have seen this crawl space or no?
Which, yes,
This one here.
yes.
I want to go through that one.
Oh, because you haven't learned your lesson about crawl
Yeah,
spaces.
Kathos is gonna follow him through that one.
Can I jump to one of the platforms?
Yeah, with a 10-foot jump, sure.
Okay.
Make an athletics check.
I mean, I was just gonna tie rope down, walk across, and get another rope and go up that way. But I mean, it's up to you guys if that's what y'all are doing. I let you inform you. I'm going through this crawl space. So
16?
Huh?
16?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you make it to the first platform.
Yay!
but is your character still gonna?
I'm going to go through the crawl space.
Even though your god
that
wants
sounds
to
like
jump,
too much of a plan.
I've committed to the crawl space bit, okay?
Even
Can you
though,
at least give me your rope so I can help Peepo get it through?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, once I eventually fall.
Technically, you just found a dungeoneering kit, so it should have more rope in it.
Probably. Okay. So I take
Or
2.
pythons.
Yeah, I take 2 pieces of rope so I can get down. Or well, no, wait, you're jumping across?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I walk over to the thing and just put rope here at the crawl space.
Okay, python it down on the crawl space,
Yeah.
drops down 60 feet.
And then wait for people to come jumping onto it.
Okay, so another 10-foot run up for a jump. Make an athletics check.
Ooh, that one's a 10.
Actually, check the DC. I think it's probably fine.
10 for 10 feet.
Yeah.
He gets a little bit of a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you can run. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's a
probably
10-foot.
about 10 feet across.
You have 10 feet of room on the platform to make a jump.
Which is you're running and you automatically get your strength modifier at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one looks like a 5.
Yep. Athletics.
18.
Easy. Athletics.
Yeah.
Over 20.
Easy. Athletics.
Over 20.
Easy. Athletics.
17.
Easy.
Yeah. I didn't even have to test out my whole not taking fall
Kathos
damage.
and Maurice are going back to the crawl space on the other side.
Yeah,
we're
this
here.
one.
This is the episode of everybody splits the party constantly.
Yeah, this is the episode where we don't get any XP.
We get some XP for defeating rooms, right?
Yep, we beat that room. Beat it to a pulp.
We did.
Okay, so the two of you are entering this crawl space here.
Yeah.
The two of you are going this way.
Maurice is following in the lead of Kathos.
So what's that thing there? Maurice is
Would you
following in
like
the
to
lead.
try again?
You're following with Maurice in the lead?
Yes.
There we
That's
go.
what I wanted.
What's in front of us? This little thing there.
Ahead of you, the face of a snarling minotaur is etched into the sheet of iron that bisects the crawlway. Its eyes have been cut out, letting you see through the sheet, beyond which the tunnel continues onward.
Can I lift it?
You can try. Athletics check.
No, probably not. I rolled a 2. I had 6. I get an 8.
Yeah, no, it's harder than it looks.
Yep. All that strength. Just can't get it.
You do have like all of the strength.
Yeah. I added a +6.
Kathos gives this like 4 seconds and is like, well, this isn't going to work.
Yeah,
And
I guess we're going the other way.
it goes the other way.
Yeah.
You're not inhabited by a bunny. You can hop like I did. Hop, hop,
Okay.
I don't think
We'll
that
switch
works.
to Peepo and Sullivan. You see a crawl space. There's a hallway and then a crawl space, and the hallway continues on to other things.
I send my bat into the room. And people, you can go check out the crawl space if you want. It's not in order.
I'm not going to check out that crawl space. I think I'm done with the crawl spaces.
He did try to kill you.
I would like a few more, actually.
Really do. Huh?
I would like a few more crawl spaces.
Yeah.
This room is shaped like a drum or cylinder lying on its side, with the south end tapering toward a small stone door. Carvings of demons decorate the stonework, with flickering flames in all their eyes.
No.
I will help you, but I will not leave the city until I find what happened to my mistress.
How many demons?
All the demons.
Carvings of demons.
Yeah, but is there specific numbers? Just like unspecified, a lot of demons.
And you can hear the echoing of Maurice and Kathos probably speaking through the crawl space.
You hear Kathos go, "This was probably a mistake. Let's just go the other way."
It was a mistake.
Ah, they are over there.
But I couldn't get through the grate.
Yep, so we gotta go back.
Yep.
I guess we have to go to the room with the platforms.
Yes.
You could do hippity hops.
Oh, Kathos cannot jump. That was an athletics check, not an acrobatics check.
Yeah, it's too bad there's no one here who can do really great athletics checks.
Oh. Well, that's the plan. We got me and Maurice got rope. We're gonna do the climb.
I mean, he can do athletics.
I'm gonna ask you something. I don't know if this is gonna be if it's gonna fly or not. So, I can cast Find Steed.
Yeah.
Now, Find Steed normally lets you pick like a mastiff or a warhorse or something, but it's generally a mundane creature, not magical, of less than one challenge rating or half a challenge rating or something like that.
I thought it was a specific list.
You can summon a giant lizard.
I want to hear what the question is, because I do.
Yeah, I mean,
Were you going for a giant lizard?
a giant lizard could probably climb the wall.
Steed takes on the form that you choose, such as a warhorse, pony, camel, elk, or mastiff. Your DM might allow other animals to be summoned as steeds.
Right. That's why I was asking you, like, could I make like a giant bat, which is not magical but can fly?
Because the Find Greater Steed allows you to choose
Flying.
and
Sure.
But giant lizard should be okay.
Yeah, lizards don't.
I would think a giant lizard. It would also be thematic for a half drow to ride a giant lizard.
Yeah.
So, could I do a giant lizard with a climb speed?
Probably not that it would be able to navigate these narrow hallways.
Well, I don't really want it. I want it to get through this room with the platforms mostly.
You get there and there's a rope on the balcony and a rope leading up to the crawl space.
Kathos will take the rope.
So we can just climb.
Yeah, you can just climb.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna take the long way around?
I liked that idea.
Sadly, take the long
I'm
way.
not gonna get into the semantics of Find Steed right now.
j-
It's a really weird spell to be pulling out in the middle of a dungeon.
I've had it ready the whole time. Like
It's
just
a
in
good
case.
paladin spell
Right,
for
so
overland travel.
it has spider climb, which is why you can use a giant lizard to climb with it. But
Yeah, my paladin had a giant lizard in the Underdark,
yeah, so that would make sense.
killing drow. They enslaved us.
Yeah.
They started it.
Okay. So what's in this hallway?
There's a crawl space.
Aw, shit.
We
Probably.
heard you on the other side. It's probably it leads to the same.
I know.
Did you guys check the balcony? The other
What?
balcony there?
What, this over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, did y'all check out that room area?
Nope, not yet.
Nah.
Well, let's see what this is.
Well, my bat just
walk
went into
into
it.
this one?
It's a drum filled with demon heads overlooking.
Yeah, there's demon heads in this direction.
That's scary.
Drum? Like a cylinder.
You see a room that looks shaped like a drum or cylinder lying on its side with the south end tapering toward a small stone door.
And your bat's inside it?
Yeah, my bat's inside of it.
And the door's closed?
The door is closed. So we can either
Go down there.
we can either go down there and open that door, or I could go check out the balcony and see where.
There's also a window on the other side leading. You can see into a room
Ooh.
in this direction, I believe.
Does the bat see into it, or?
Yeah.
Like in the corridor that we're in, or in the drum room?
In the drum room.
Too many windows open. Ah! No, don't open that. Close that, close that. Close that.
keep away the unlock. No, I don't.
Oh,
So this is a
yeah.
hole in the
So
floor.
there was a pin missing on the map there. Yeah, there was a pin missing. Unless it's under. Oh, it's right there. It was underneath Peepo the whole time. The walls of this narrow tunnel slope inward as they approach the 10-foot-high ceiling. Patches of mold approach the. Patches of mold cling to the walls and floor in the eastern half of the hall. Cut into the floor at the west end of the corridor is a 3-foot-wide, 4-foot-long rectangular hole with bright light spilling out of it. So yeah, you see a hole. There's a hole in the floor leading down into the cylinder.
Into the cylinder.
Yeah, that was the
The
extra thing that I missed there.
I'm not keen on cylinder rooms. I don't care how brave I am. That's stupid. I don't want to go in there.
Yeah.
I don't want to get tumble dried.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm fine with going back and checking out over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the rope,
Yeah.
would it be easier for us to get to the balcony from the crawl space?
What I do is I walk back, I walk down the wall with my name ability, grab the rope, walk back up this wall, walk over to the balcony, tie it on over here. And then you guys can just tight rope
Shimmy across?
Yep.
Sure.
Shimma, shimma, shimma.
So you're gonna go that way?
Yep, and then I go up the stairs and I guess check for hidden or...
Yep, you find a secret door.
Oh my goodness.
There.
It was hiding the whole time.
Why would stairs go up into a wall? It's so weird.
Yeah, that is odd.
I know.
Is it an illusion?
Sure that no, there's a little handle there you find.
Okay. Check for traps.
None.
I pull the lever. Pull the lever, Chrome.
15-foot wide, 15-foot deep pit dominates this chamber. At the bottom of the pit, an 8-foot tall clay figure stands motionless beside a stone treasure chest.
Yeah.
A silver key hangs from the cord around the figure's neck. 2 9-foot tall statues stand atop plinths. On the either side of the pit. A third plinth against the south wall stands empty. One of the statues depicts a hooded and bearded male figure with his left hand held high, index finger pointed up. The other portrays an armored male knight with its gauntleted right hand extended, its palm facing inward toward the knight. And actually, it's 9 o'clock, so we'll probably wrap up here.
We made it to the room.
Scary room.
Scary room.
Oh, I don't like that other room.
How many eyeballs do we have?
I have 3.
I have 1.
I have 1.
So 3, 6.
No, I have an orange. No, I gave you the orange.
I thought I have a blue one.
Yeah, you have
Three,
blue. You have the
6,
vibrant blue one, and I have
7,
a purple one.
8.
I think we have 2 pairs of I have red. There was another red one.
I
Right?
have a red and I have the purple, which makes 2 pairs.
Okay.
Just wondering. I don't know how many we need.
How many eyes does...
How many do you have?
We have 8 total.
Okay.
And, I don't know.
All right. Well,
I can make connections, but...
How many
wrap
eyes
up
does ass
here.
rack?
Thanks for joining
All
us
the
for another episode of Murderhobos Anonymous. Hopefully this stream went well with my stream deck that I never clicked anything of. And the audio is loud. That's too bad. We stream live every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a good night.
I'm not even on the camera.
Got it.